We're on. We're on, sir.
Okay. Meeting room will come to order. Our first item of business is pledge of allegiance. If you all rise.
There's one.
Okay. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You good?
I'm good. Okay, roll call. Candace, I believe, is excused for medical reasons. Jerry Harris.
Here.
I am here. Bill Starnes.
Here.
Alan Smith.
Here.
And Chief Rhodes.
Here.
All right, as we've mentioned before, because all reports are posted in their full form on the website, directors and staff will summarize the reports in the interest of time for this meeting. Real quick before we progress, are there any additions to the agenda?
Not for me.
All right, hearing none, we'll move to the minutes. Did everyone have a chance to review the minutes? And are there any amendments, corrections?
Nope. You're good on the minutes? Jerry is.
All right, so is there a motion to approve?
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Bill. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been properly moved and seconded. We approve the minutes. Let's go through the roll. Jerry Harris.
Aye.
Bill.
Aye.
Alan.
Aye.
And I vote in the affirmative. Minutes are approved. Okay, Bill, our financial report.
We wrote a total of 18 checks for a total of $8,379.64. That left us a balance of, where's my balance? Ending balance of $492.29. We have our money market account has $230,021.52 in it, and I will deposit or transfer, I should say, transfer money from our money market to bring us back up to the $15,000 tomorrow. I'd like to have a motion to have the bills paid.
Move to have the bills paid.
I will second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to pay the bills. We'll go through and call the roll. Jerry Harris.
Aye.
Bill Starnes.
Aye.
Alan Smith.
Aye.
And I vote in the affirmative. Motion to pay the bills passes. Okay, communications report. Jerry.
Yes, there's two items I want to emphasize from my report. Under the website updates, under A5, I verified that the district's email addresses are not being used or spoofed to send spam.
That's it right there.
And secondly, under number 3, communications with the fire department, B, I did forward to the chief a community complaint about late night noise from people parking in the station's parking lot. And he did act on that. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. At this time, are there any individuals interested in making public comments on the agenda items? Any public comments? Seeing none, we will move into the chief's report.
All right, I'm going to summarize it. So part of the bills you guys approved tonight were the checks from Archie Creek last fall for the firefighters who participated in that. We're acting as contractors for the Forest Service, and that's out $4,535, and then the rest of it is in our account. Went into the general fund for the department of $7,000 and some dollars. Had a pretty slow month, 13 calls. COVID-19 still going along. Submitted the new BFA grant for PP. Or my minutes, I believe, are on the website. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. In the amount of $19,064, our match on behalf of that. We had 2 public record requests over the last couple of months. They were both cleared this month. I made copies of them, they're gonna be filed here. Renewed FEMA SAM program, that'll keep us available for grants. County Assessor's Office, I've been working with them. We've got 2 people that are trying to assess into our district. And I did not talk to you about new business tonight, but there's a form that I need to have the president and the secretary or acting secretary sign to approve 6027 Springs as part of the packet that the Board of Commissioners will, or the commissioners at Roseburg will act on. All the properties around here as they're being built now, they are included in our district, but each time they do, they still have to annex in. So I'll have to get a hold of you, Rob,
Okay.
and Candace, or else if we can have somebody as acting secretary, I'm not sure you want. Part of this is that you guys have to vote to accept 6027 Springs Lane into our district. So,
So probably, on our standing agenda then under new business, we probably need to just have a line item for annexations. rather than
okay,
using-
yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys want to vote on that tonight to approve them? There's no negatives to our district or anything, all it'll do is increase our tax revenue, basically. It
How
says
far away is it?
6027 Springs, which is in Florida Valley, it's within our district.
But
So
that's beyond the
contingent
5 miles.
Beyond the 5 miles.
What's the street at, what is it?
Okay.
6027 Springs,
7 Springs, where's that at?
up in Possible Lane.
Oh, off that way,
Yeah.
Is it a new home?
It's an existing home that they're changing, and it never was annexed from when it was first built.
Yeah, let's vote.
okay.
Okay, so Steve, I've added that under new business.
Okay, for later, okay.
Yep.
All right, finishing the firefighter physical program with Evergreen Medical. There's a lot of forms and tracking and stuff, but we're getting that taken care of. The budget meeting notice was filed with the newspaper, and I've contacted the budget folks. Are we talking about that on the agenda also?
Under old business,
Okay, yeah, okay.
under the update.
So I think that'll be it.
Okay. Old business, board elections, I imagine that, the filing is all closed. Do we have a full slate?
We have 4 out of 5. We do not have a 5th, and so either we can push a right, yeah, we can either push a write-in candidate or
Well, you
else.
only need 4, don't you?
Yeah, well, we'll be fine. I mean, we have
4.
3 candidates
Oh,
running,
three,
so
yeah,
for a
okay.
total of 4, it would be 4 directors if they are successful.
I thought there were candidates for the 4 positions that are open.
There isn't a candidate for the last position 5, which is Candace's. There is not,
Oh,
at this time. So we can either, if someone wants to step forward for a write-in type thing, or else our board, the 4 can appoint somebody right after the election, which we've done in the past also.
Are you open for it?
I cannot work,
Conflict of interest, probably.
Yeah, she's one of my volunteers.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
so I'm still gonna volunteer.
so that's where it is.
Okay?
We have 3 people, Mark Bennett, Rob Icola, and Dave Smith running so far unopposed, so, but anybody in the district is eligible to run if they want to run as a write-in candidate or anybody else.
Okay. Anything else on elections? Okay, budget committee updates.
We posted the calendar in the on the station today, April 21st. I reissued the calendar and it's posted here as a not a draft anymore. Let's see, I sent it to the newspaper. It will be in the paper on the 23rd, which is what's that, Friday? So that's within time. Next thing we have to do is post on the website also Friday, and I'll
The
send Jerry.
final version, because I had posted the draft version.
Okay, well, I'll send you I got the final version in PDF, I'll send it back.
So Friday, I would need to do that?
Right.
Okay.
And then, Monday, May 3rd, first meeting. I confirmed the budget committee members, it's Pastor Rick Sherman, Randy Young, Misty Smith. We also have Rob Icola, who is one of the guys running for the board. What I tried to do is get the candidates to participate on the budget committee, so when they come out of the budget committee, they'll have an idea what our finances and how our departments are running. Also, Mark Bennett, who is one of the other candidates. And then Larry Albertson is also, this is his second year, and he'll come and help if we want to, otherwise he doesn't have to, we'll have 6. So, and more is better, and less is, I mean, they're welcome to come anywhere, or serve as an alternate. So we have 6 people that are gonna show up that first night. I guess that's it. I'm gonna be working on that budget heavy next week after, I got some stuff going this week, but next week I'm free, start finishing off. Gotten a lot of the stuff in from the insurance companies and projected increases and all we know now what our match would be for the grants, and so it's going along pretty good.
Chief?
Okay?
Yep, there's a question.
Question? Yeah. Regarding the budget, I know lumber prices are skyrocketing. Are there any other items that you may be aware of where you know the prices are going to be much higher than we've been paying?
Yep, I know lumber, we're up on our project, so all we need is the aluminum siding to finish that thing outside. I know that our workman's comp is going up about $150, which is going to be a little over $2,500. We usually budget $2,500 anyway. Because of our long commitment with SDAO and SDIS, they can't go up more than 5% each time, so most everybody else, their liability and stuff's going to go up a lot this year. The help, the different things we have for the firefighters here, aside workman's comp's minimal liability, the accidental death and dismemberment, and those are all going to be flat this year. So other than, I've seen fuel going up a little bit.
Yeah, fuel is going up. What about replacement equipment? Do you think any of those items might be going up significantly?
I don't really think so. Most of the time that stuff goes up 10 to 15% a year, so we're kind of plan for that.
Okay.
Yeah, vehicles will continue going up until we get a grant or whatever. Then we'll just have to get one for more money. That's for sure. Any other? That's it. As soon as I get a draft budget done, I'm gonna try to get it out earlier this year so you guys all have a good chance to look at it beforehand and go from there. I've already introduced a couple of the board candidates to the budget, and they've had a tour here of the station just to see what's going on, so they're actually a little bit ahead already of last year's budget. They know what's going on. So.
Okay. Any last comments or updates on the budget? Okay, so turn this over to my fellow board members. If you have anything to report on your term of service meetings with Chief Rhodes.
I know Jerry does. Jerry's done one.
I'm working on one.
Bill is working on one.
I'm working on it.
I have one. I haven't met with you yet, Rob, but whether we just do it during the week, what Jerry was talking about was getting just everybody's personal thing and then making one compilation report of it and having it done by May or the June meeting, one or the other. I don't see any problem with that. And we can meet anytime, day or night. We can meet after the meeting tonight, one of us if you'd like to, I don't care. Or I'm just, the next 2 days I'm busy, but from then on, I'm good for the rest of the month. Did you get the form, President?
I will need to go back, I'll have to be honest, I've been pretty swamped with
Yeah.
sports this week, so I haven't had a lot of chance to dive into that.
Okay. It's a pretty good form that Jerry got, and pretty standard for the evaluations I've seen before.
Okay? All right, anything else on terms of service? All right, moving on to new business. So we have the annexation of the 6027 Springs Road property. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept it.
Second.
Okay, so it's been properly moved and seconded. You faded a little bit. I'm going to assume there was a motion to accept or to annex.
Right, Jerry seconded, yeah.
Okay, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. So we'll go ahead and call the roll. So on annexation, Jerry Harris,
Aye.
Bill Starnes,
Aye.
Alan Smith,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative, so the annexation of that property passes.
I'd like to add that 0 Sunrise Lane, which is an empty lot right now that they're developing. He's already contacted me, and I sent him the packet that the county gave me, so probably hear from them in the next month or two also.
Is that on Sunshine?
Okay, so we will now
Sunrise.
hold on.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't have to, nothing on that tonight, but
okay,
just that it'll be coming, I'll have a new address with it.
okay. Any other new business that any of the board members wish to present?
Changing the meeting date. Is that something you would need for next month to change to the third Wednesday?
Yes.
Okay, I moved that we schedule the May board meeting to the third Wednesday due to COVID complications.
I second.
Okay, thank you. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Calling the roll, Jerry Harris.
Aye.
Bill Starnes.
Aye.
Alan Smith.
Aye.
And I vote in the affirmative. Motion passes. And thank you again for your accommodation with that. Okay, President's report. I hope to see everybody on the Saturday, I believe it's May 1st, for the cleanup day. I know the FFA program is planning on participating there. At this time, any other directors have any reports? Hearing none, is there anyone there wanting to make a public comment on any items not on the agenda?
I will, as a fire chief, something I forgot, is that I talked about last month about looking at alternative funding for a variety, so for future vehicles and that kind of thing. So I met with 2 different lenders that lend to public nonprofits, and then we have 2 grant writers that have been successful in this area that I've contacted also. And we're starting to get around, and so I'm starting to get stuff back where they're giving me sample payments and how this would all happen and all that thing. So there's nothing concrete yet, but we're working towards that. And we're going to keep submitting grants so we can get free stuff or something with matches. But if we get to the point, and I think when the new board after the election in July, we need to we'll update our capital equipment replacement plan that we made way back in 2013 and just see where we are and maybe start looking at some alternative funding means. Like optional levy and stuff like we did before, that's a 2 or 3 year process. And then it's like 5 years to gather money before you even have the money to get what you want to get. So those are all long-term things. If we're going to go in that direction, we'll have to start working on it soon.
Okay. All right, any other public comments? Seeing none, we will go ahead and meet again on the 3rd Wednesday in May. With that, I declare this meeting adjourned. And then